There is a sentence in the Upanishads, a sentence so powerful, so absolute, that if understood for a moment, fear dissolves like a shadow touched by the sun. Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. I am the infinite. Not metaphorically, not symbolically, but rather literally. The Mahavakya, Aham Brahmasmi, first appears in the Bṛhadāraṇyaka Upanishad, spoken by the great sage Yājñavalkya, one of the greatest spiritual minds of ancient India. He was not a monk hiding in a cave. He lived in society, debated kings, challenged scholars, and yet spoke from the highest realization. When he said, Aham Brahmasmi, the ultimate recognition. To understand the sentence, we must understand the word Brahman. Brahman, which is not a god sitting somewhere in the sky. Brahman is not a person, and Brahman is neither an object. But rather, Brahman is being itself, consciousness itself, bliss itself, the pure, silent, infinite reality from which the entire universe arises, and to which the entire universe dissolves. The Upanishads call it Sat, or the unchanging existence, Chit, which is the pure consciousness, and Ananda, or the infinite bliss. Now the second half, Aham, or I. When we call I, we rather think I means this very body, this mind, this history, or rather these memories. But the Upanishads challenge us. Have you ever seen your mind as an object? Your thoughts come and go. Your moods rise and fall. Your identity changes as you age. So you cannot be the mind, because you are the one who witnesses the mind. And the body? This very body changes completely every few years, yet you feel continuous, unbroken. There is something in you that never changes, something that watches everything else change. That unchanging witness is the true I. Now the Upanishads do something revolutionary. They equate the deepest I with the deepest reality, Brahman. Aham, which is the Brahman, the self, the infinite, and the witness is the whole. This is the highest identity statement in spiritual history. For instance, imagine a pot made of clay. From the pot's perspective, I am small, I may break, I may dry, I may not be as beautiful as other pots. But the clay says, pot, you are never separate from me. Your form may change, but your essence is always clay. And the Upanishads say, we live like pots thinking we are separate. Aham Brahmasmi says, you are the clay, not the form. Why does this very statement end fear? Because fear comes from separation. The moment you believe you are a small being living in a big world, you create fear. But what if the world is not out there? What if the world is arising within you, without consciousness? Then what can threaten you? What can you lose? What can harm the infinite? Knowing Aham Brahmasmi does not give you power. It takes away the illusion of weakness. This very knowledge is not intellectual. Rather, it is something which is very experimental. The sages say, sit silently, observe the mind, and ask yourself, what is the one thing that never changes? Rest there. That is the self. That self is a Brahman. This very statement does not mean the ego is God. It means the ego never existed in the very first place. It was a costume worn by consciousness. You are not becoming Brahman. Rather, you are realizing you were always that. When the wave realizes it is water, it never fears crashing again. When the spark realizes it is fire, it never fears the darkness. And when you realize Aham Brahmasmi, nothing in existence remains separate from you. And this is the liberation that the Upanishads promise, not after death, but here, now, in this very breath. Aham Brahmasmi. The infinite is not beyond you, rather, the infinite is you. If you like the contents of my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more such enlightening contents. For the time being, thank you.